I'm Batman. Still one of my favorite lines in Supernatural.
Yes.
And we are live.
Hey! Just talking about Supernatural.
I just want you to know that we went live with you saying I'm Batman. So I'm sorry. The jig is up.
It's official.
Knows now. Gotham's aware.
Yep. We've got some jumpiness cutting out from a Steve's.
It's the Skiddler
It's the Skiddler.
hacking our system.
Awesome. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the stream.
Hello.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Dr. Nix.
Hi, everybody.
Everyone remember that reference?
Yes.
I understood that reference.
Steve, your Wi-Fi is
Yeah.
atrocious.
Not on Wi-Fi. Look it.
Listen,
See?
listen, man.
See?
I believe you. But we're getting red bars on your screen.
But
The
also,
The proof
you're
is
still
in the
on
pudding.
Wi-Fi if you haven't plugged in the Ethernet.
You see this? I have hard wires.
The proof is in the pudding, which is exactly what your video looks like right now.
Oh, pudding.
And then someone took a doo-doo in it.
Yeah. Is it chocolate pudding or...
You look like...
awesome.
What are those cards, Corey? The stained glass masterpieces?
Yeah.
Mosaics?
The secret layers.
No,
Talking about the
But
stained
worse.
glass secret layers
watching myself on the.
from Magic the
Screen.
Gathering,
It's
which I'm here to
great.
talk about today.
Yeah. And you sound like if Marvel
Oh,
did
boy.
the voices for like C-3PO, aka rushed and over budget.
I read.
Woof.
Oh, I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
It's
As in
all...
C-3PO's voice is great and shouldn't be messed with. And should be given time to make performance,
Why is this happening?
effects, and audio.
I'm so upset right now.
I mean,
Am I
something's
better?
It's getting
happening.
better.
Good now? Am I-
Yeah, it's looking better.
Okay.
You're not sounding like Alpha
I
5.
don't know, man.
Aye, aye, aye.
Hey,
Shout out to
that's a
Richard Horowitz.
compliment.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
It looks... I think
or Bill
it's...
Hader.
Yeah, it looks like it's...
Or Bill Hader, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
like it's working. Yeah.
Good job, Steve.
well-
You're finally there. You have.
You're doing
you
it,
have
Peter.
good internet now.
You're playing with
You're
us.
playing with us. Wait.
You're doing it, Peter. You're playing with yourself.
Easy, easy.
Well.
I guarantee you that Robin would have totally loved that joke.
Probably would have made that joke.
He would have...
And then he would have been, well,
Well,
mother.
he
Have you
does say
seen that clip of
does
him doing the
say-
blooper with Elmo?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's like what he's talking about with the stick, and then he's like, "What can you do with the stick?" And then he's like, "You could play hockey with it," and then he starts doing all these bits, and then one of them's Reagan, and he goes, "Well, mother."
That's great.
It's so
He
good. I
does.
was like, "Oh my God."
He does
Well, I
say
mean, there's-
nearsighted gynecologist in Hook, so he did sneak that one in there.
Yeah, there's the urban legend that there's like 2 hours worth of audio of him improvising things for the opening of the Aladdin movie, and
Oh,
none of it
yeah.
is child friendly.
I want that. I want that.
AKA Mrs. Doubtfire is a biopic and not a work or fiction.
Give me that cut. I want that. All of
His whole-
Robin's.
his whole
Give me the
opening
mature
sequence.
cut.
Yes. Yes. Give me that.
But the thing is, in Mrs. Doubtfire, he was like saying how he didn't want to smoke a cigar, and he's like, "This is for kids. They can't be watching this."
Mhm.
But then in the background, he's just like, "I'm making the most lewd, terrible jokes possible."
Yep.
He's like, "It's okay. This isn't going out. This isn't going out."
That's that, man.
Well, there's a difference if it was scripted and if it's improv, you know? Because
Mhm.
improv, so they had like I guess like 6 or 7 tables. Each of them had a multitude of items on them, and they were under blankets. And he would lift up the blanket and go, "Ah, yes, this thing," you know. And so,
Really clean out your colon.
yeah, won't break. It broke.
Hello everyone. We have 4 of us here.
We do.
What a wild event. Having 4 of us here. Steve's welcome back. You are alive now.
COVID free.
Spanking time.
There it is. It's spanking time.
You're alive. I'm glad. It wasn't. It sounds like you were in runny nose,
Mhm.
swamps.
Fever, congestion, just achiness.
You had the vid.
I had the vid, man. I had full blown vid. Yeah, the whole
no-
everyone but the wife, and she still hasn't got it. So she's a mutant.
No,
and,
she's the smart one. That's why.
Bonnie and I
X-Men.
are we refer to ourselves as unicorns because we haven't. Everybody around us has gotten it. Well, I mean,
See,
except for you guys.
2
Except
years, 3
for
months.
Steve's.
2 years, 3 months.
You're a
My streak's
unicorn
over.
outside this group. In this group,
Yeah.
Steve's is the unicorn.
Yeah,
Yeah. See, you know what happened?
It's all about
See, it's
perspective.
just like,
it is.
you know, catch these hands, baby. You caught him.
Got him
Catch
See,
these hands with a COVID test. Oh,
because of little
Uh,
Thomas. Little Thomas.
little Thomas.
Oh, after my name.
Yes, my son, my youngest son, he got it.
Hey,
That's what I call my. Yeah, never mind.
Too much.
All right.
Too much. Too many notes.
All right, Corey.
Too many notes.
Well,
We got a show.
we have a show. We have 4 people. When was the last time we had 4 hosts? Months?
It's
Probably,
been 83 years. No,
84 years.
probably before Jurassic World Dominion.
Demonian. Dem onion.
Dem
Them
Onion.
onions.
Dem onions. Well, who intros today? Who's the intro by?
Steve's.
Steve, do you need
Ooh.
an intro?
I think so. So I'm gonna bumble it, but you know.
Believe
Just
in
saying,
yourself.
Welcome to the Nerd On Update,
Yeah.
the weekly show where we talk about the things that excite us in the news, and we answer from you, the people.
The people.
Or you say, "What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Nerd On Update, the weekly show where we answer questions." You flip it around. You flip it around. You
You
know,
can change it up.
You
but
give them
You
the
do you.
taint first, and then you go down. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know, you
Yeah, no, that's I like what I
right
like
in the
the-
grundle, and
like the
then,
genres I
you,
watch.
You
Yeah.
you give them the show backwards, and then we do the show the opposite of what we said.
I like it.
It's
Yeah.
exciting.
on their toes.
Or you
You
just
know,
go,
it's like-
"What's up, motherfuckers? Let's do this."
What's up, bitches?
It's like
Or-
that
Tom,
one.
what's your news?
It's like that one movie where it starts with the car exploding, and then it's like
Yeah.
2 days earlier. You're like,
Yes.
It doesn't
Oh,
matter what the news is.
There it is.
We
What's
just
the news
skip
about The
right to
Rock?
the questions.
Right to the questions. Forget the news questions.
Hey, Josh, can you give
Go
us your news?
now.
It doesn't matter what your
No matter
news
what
is.
your news is. It's the people's Nerd On Update. We're here from the people only.
Well,
I was actually gifted some Terramana.
Ooh.
I'm very excited to try
Which
it.
one? Which one? Which
And
Blanco?
no, what's the darkest añejo?
Añejo.
Yeah, it's the only kind of tequila I like because it's
Añejo.
basically whiskey.
It is.
A smoky.
So
Smoky smoke. Okay, yeah, I'll do this. Greetings and salutations.
yeah. Yeah. Let me just adjust something really quick.
where's everyone in the chat? Nobody?
I don't know.
Chat's silent.
Maybe
Bueller,
everyone died.
Bueller. We are streaming,
Something
so
happened. Did something happen? Something happened?
there are people out
I don't know. I could tell you some things that happened over the weekend.
there. Yeah.
We'll find out soon.
Okay. Well, shall we get the show started? Are you ready, Steve?
Josh. Yeah, I'm ready. Josh, the producer, worried about what's he talking about?
No. This we gave up not gave up, but we just no, anything can happen on this show now. Anything.
Yes,
And
this is true.
it's cool.
I'm here. Come on.
We're going to do this.
Except
how-
racism.
No, that
that
will
can-
not happen.
That's not gonna happen.
Sexism, all those things.
No,
Yeah.
Not
No.
that. Porn, maybe.
No. Self-deprecation and friend jabbing will happen.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
hey, so I'm going to go to the intro and then I'll point to the screen and that means that we're live. Yeah, you ready?
Yeah.
Let's do the thing.
All right.
Oh, do we want to do claps for fun?
Sure.
There's
This is
Corey's.
Tom.
Caitlin. Yeah.
That's what we like.
Amy.
Just a bunch of fumbling. Just
There it is.
papers.
I don't know if Brad's out there. B-Rad, I don't know if you're out
Brad?
there.
They'll be there. They'll
Yeah,
all be
so
there.
clap for
Brad?
fun later, but here we go. I'm going to the intro. Here we intro.
What is up, Nerd On Nation? It is the Nerd On Update with your favorite right here live on Twitch. That's right. Where we.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the Nerd On Update, the weekly show. We talk about the stuff in the news that excites us, and later this week we answer questions from you, the people.
He was so excited.
Was killing it too. You were killing it.
No, the performance was great. The technology failed.
The technology failed.
Looking at the screen.
Oh.
I realized why y'all were doing the face.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't you. You were killing it, man.
Yeah, we could tell by your.
I was like, they said the wrong.
Hey, baby. Hey, you were great. You were money. One note. Fix your life. Get your shit together, and
less suck,
we'll be
more
in business.
good.
Call me later.
Yeah. Do you have Wi-Fi turned off? Just just for kicks.
Yes.
I'm just I'm asking the questions.
I see it crossed out. It's crossed out.
Yeah.
It is crossed out.
Yeah.
It's got a bar going across it like it's the Ghostbuster logo.
Yeah.
And cables connected. It's the first time this. Yeah.
What's going on, everyone? This is week 2 of the lockdown. We still figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
What's up, Johnny? Did you give like your neighborhood your Wi-Fi password? Like, what's happening?
Maybe they got it. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know, man.
Listen, in college, I got a free year of internet.
Hey, you know what? Take 2 and action.
Here we go.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Nerd On Update. This is where we have things and then we answer questions from you, the people.
The most honest Steve's thing I've ever seen you do.
Nice.
No charisma, no energy.
No, just defeated. Just defeated.
This is when
it's sad like, trombone.
First film, Anthony. Second film, Tony.
Yeah.
Steve. Old man of Steve.
Old man of Steve's. Yeah. Hey everyone.
Hey everybody.
Right.
Well,
who's got the news first?
Yeah, who's going to the news first?
Xfinity was watching me saying "fuck you" and then just pulled the cord.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'll go first.
Okay.
Sure, I'll go first because I got 2 things. One is really, really quick. God of War Ragnarok. People were a little afraid. I mean, hey, it could still be delayed, but a release date has been thrown out into the ether that is social media, and they have said November 9th, 2022. They even had a new trailer. Whoop, whoop. And yeah, so November 9th, 2022. We'll see when November 9th, 2022 comes along. And then next. Apparently, E3 is returning to its physical form in 2023 with a new partner, Reed Pop, who they've also done events like New York Comic-Con, PAX, Star Wars Celebration. They're a pretty big production company for events. And the last one that they did was the one that we went to in 2019. So yeah, they'll be back next year, and they're talking a big game. They're basically like saying it's gonna be the biggest thing ever, and like
TFTI.
Yeah. We'll see. So yeah.
I mean, yeah, we'll
see.
I just know that the overall consensus for E3s have been like just kind of declining amongst the people who are technically within the game industry, and then just the outside population. I think it needs to have both. You need to have like general audience people excited about potentially playing games, and then you do need to have the wheeler and dealers like having.
You have to remember that most people who are going that aren't technically, like an LLC or I mean, for the years we went, we were just people. But we had our own blogs, we had our own show, we had our own podcast. Like the general consensus is your new biggest outlet.
Oh yeah, no, it's the court of public opinion. Court of public opinion runs.
But I'm just saying also most people have their own.
Some of their
whether it be a blog, Instagram, Twitter followers, social media that are hitting bigger than most of these news outlets are.
Yeah, some of their language that I've read across different articles, it kind of looks like they've heard that kind of the what am I trying to say
demand
that demand of just returning it to
and we'll totally
prowess.
have COVID solved by then. So
big crowds will
be great,
right, Steve's?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So next person.
Next person.
I'll go. Magic the Gathering of the Old Republic coming at you live. A couple of things. First of all, news broke today. This is breaking news, y'all. This morning.
Damn.
Wait, breaking news! Breaking news!
TCG.com, one of the largest sellers in single cards, as far Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh, any sort of collectible. Yeah, Tagag, is actually acquiring Channel Fireball.
Fireball. Oh, nice.
Which is a big move on their part. It's one of their larger competitors. I like to be optimistic. I've always liked TCG Player. I like the way they treat their small businesses that are a part of their team as well. They just raised their shipping prices so that they could ensure that their smaller stores could make a larger profit by not having to raise prices on their own stuff. Yeah, it's pretty exciting. But within that, the reason I saw that is because I have been checking prices every day for the new set, Double Masters 2022. The biggest thing to come out of this is not only is it the most anticipated set in the last 2 years, value-wise, because they're reprinting all sorts of things, including one card called Imperial Seal, which had reached an all-time high of almost $400 per card because it had never been reprinted. Is now in this set, and now it's hovering somewhere around $100, and it's probably going to go well below 100 as well. But with this set, they released something called textured foils, which this is a good news for low budget players, right? Because we have, in most collector communities, we have what are called the whales, right? Which are the guys who have tons of indisposable income and will buy all of the most in demand or rare or whatever you want to call it type of card there is, which makes it scarce sometimes when there's only 1 or 2 versions of a card. Makes it very scarce for the low budget players to even get a hold of what would be called a staple or a necessity within the type of Magic you're playing.
I have a different word for them, but okay.
So there's now of some cards, there are now 4 different versions. There's your normal printing, there's your showcase, there's your foil etched, and now there is texture foils, not and the borderless foils. Like it's off, right? So now we're creating this larger gap of there's more types of cards for our lower tier players like myself who don't like to spend more than like sometimes $10, maybe $20 on a card is the most I'll go. Then you got this stuff called the texture foils. When these first were announced, these things were selling on eBay for around $1,000 a card. Because there's only about 1 or 2 in a case of collector's edition, which is 8 boxes. However, as of the release on Friday, immediately these cards dropped from $800, $900 to about $120 per card.
Nice.
So feeling I don't feel terrible
It's a big
for
market
the people
drop.
who bought it for $800. So I'm just kind of like that's
the game stonked.
Yeah, they wait till
Like
the set comes
Stocked.
out.
The people
I
that went
always
out
wait
and
till-
bought like
always wait till the set comes out.
the people that bought like 2 PS5s and selling them for like $2,000 or something crazy.
It's not happening. It's
Yeah.
not happening. They've all, if you look at most of the double masters card, they sit here and then Friday, and you can see that just like a inverted, like Medusa at Six Flags. And the other thing is most of the, it's not even hit bottom yet, is the craziest part, because most of the pre-order boxes that people did on Amazon or other sites like that aren't arriving until tomorrow. Meaning the prices, which are incredibly low now, some of the cards like Smothering Tithe, which was a $50 card, is now $22, is going to get even lower. Meaning, Tom, I'm running that in my enchantment decks 100%. So
It's just a little above his budget.
Blue white bastard deck. That's what it is. It's just bastard.
yeah, because now I have my Rhystic Study also. So I'm
And you
making
could run Mystic Remora, and you could do Smothering Tithe at the same time.
Yeah. So I built an Esper deck because one of the cards reprinted in Duel Masters is Amanatu, the Fate Shifter, and I'm getting myself that foil etched, baby, because it's cheap as hell. It's cheap as hell because
I'm just gonna,
There's
this is
all
how
these
I
versions.
learned how to play mono.
I'll do what I
white
want.
and just be like all removal.
do it. So that's my news.
Nice.
Who's next? Steve's, Tom? Who's got it?
Steve's go.
All right. It's going to be some wrestling news for you since
right.
my return. Anyone who's watched WWE knows that Vince McMahon has made a career of playing an evil, villainous boss in the WWE storyline.
What's his nickname? Is it just
Mr.
the boss?
It's
Mr. Oh,
it's
Mr.
Mr. McMahon. Mr. McMahon is what he's called, goes by
Yeah.
in his character. The historical times where he, the authoritative evil boss, would battle with
He's Calypso.
the blue collar and rebellious anti-authority Stone Cold Steve Austin. And as we've gone on through watching the years, many of us have thought that, well, Vince isn't always playing a character; he's kind of an asshole in real life, and he's just turned the volume up on screen. Well, the asshole that is Vince McMahon has become even worse because a report was brought to light that Mr. McMahon has paid over $12 million in non-disclosure agreements to 4 specific women who were victims of either sexual misconduct or have having an affair with Mr. McMahon.
Holy shit.
Now, Mr. McMahon having an affair is not the news because he did it for years back, going back to the 80s. And everyone pretty much knows that Linda and Vince are a marriage of power, not of love. Here's what the problem is. These NDAs were not known. And as of the fall of 99, WWE has been public. So anything that happened before 99, Vince was the boss, didn't answer to anyone. But since 1999, Vince McMahon has been answering to a board and has been answering lately to NBC Universal because they all have a joint partnership.
No.
The board and them did not know about these non-disclosure agreements, one of which was totaling $7.5 million to a former WWE superstar who was fired in 2005 after alleging misconduct with Vince McMahon and I believe John Laurinaitis, one of the talent scouts there. She was fired. Now, because I'm a wrestling nut job and my fellow wrestling nut job, Davey Barry, and I were able to pinpoint who we thought it was. We won't reveal because, again, NDA, and that's just fucked up.
Protection.
It's not our job. It's protection. But it was a superstar. She's no longer there. She was fired that year. So that's come to light. Now, when this investigation began, because there was one $3 million NDA that was revealed for someone Vince had an affair with and was given a raise, Vince stepped away from the spotlight. He's no longer called the CEO. Stephanie McMahon, his daughter, is now the interim CEO, but Vince is still involved with the storylines and the night-to-night episodes. This news broke on Friday. The Wall Street Journal released their report, and so now we sit back and wonder, how much longer is Vince going to actually be the head CEO and chairman of the WWE, his baby that he's had in his hands since the early 80s when he bought it from his father for $1 million? There's the belief, we used to believe that eventually Triple H and Stephanie were going to take over, which would have been a great revolution for the company. But many of us now believe with a board, with NBC Universal, it's probably going to go in their hands and no longer be in the hands of the McMahon family, which now it would be good and no longer have it, but many wrestling fans see NBC Universal owning it as the total destruction of professional wrestling, and it becomes a circus
Like
sideshow, and we all just go very corporate. They actually touch on this in the show Heels that Stephen Amell is now in. They refer to WWE as the company up north. And in their story, they're owned by a corporation board, and they make fun of them for not being pro wrestling. They're just a circus show. And so now, many of us who watch AEW are watching AEW and seeing Tony Khan and all of them like, oh, that's too bad, Vince. That's too bad. Just seeing the opportunity to. And it's split because you have wrestling fans like myself who love WWE superstars, but have had not the greatest of feelings of Vince since, say, early 2010s when I grew up and started to realize some of the shady stuff he pulled, paying them as contract to be employees, not giving them health care, not giving them enough vacation time. Bret Hart, exactly. Whereas AEW has been, their whole evolution is about offering all that. You can wrestle wherever you want. We don't own you. And Vince has never done that. John Oliver, again, on Last Week Tonight, has a great breakdown of why he loves WWE and why Vince McMahon is a piece of shit. So if you ever go back to it, it's from 3 years ago. It's a great balance of loving wrestling and hating Vince. So if you ever find that, it's fantastic. But this is big news because for the WWE, seeing how this goes, what the board decides may no longer be in the hands of a McMahon.
Wow.
I mean, symbolically, I feel like the role of president should go to a wrestler, just because I think, to kind of maintain the branding and the hype, and as well as like the overall spirit of WWE, I think is important as a business. But like, yeah, for sure, they're taking that. The board's taking that shit.
So funny side note. I've joked about how Mr. Dwayne Johnson has his hands in everything. Now realize that the president of WWE, who's below Stephanie and Vince, is Nick Khan. He is the brother of the showrunner and writer for Young Rock. And there's a picture of the three of them together at a table. So some of us are like, is Rock? Or he's not gonna. Is Rock gonna own the WWE?
The thing is, and that's the thing. They never needed Josh Brolin to be Thanos. They could have just gotten The Rock. Just throw it in there.
All the stones.
Could have just been The Rock.
He needs two gauntlets. He needs two gauntlets, though. Yeah. He needs two.
Oh my god, that's funny.
No, the stones could be in his
eyebrow bottle or the tequila bottle. Just.
It's just XFL, Under Armour,
XFL,
Zoa, and then
Zoa,
DC, New Line Cinema.
Brothers,
oh
my goodness.
So there you go.
Why do you think we're onto something?
I will also in the vein of Thanos, in the vein of two truths that may still be existing. First of all, I want everyone to know before I get into this, because I think it's important just to be honest about it, because what I'm about to report or discuss is something that kind of exploded over the weekend in a way where I'm like a little ashamed that I'm talking about it. But I have not watched Thor: Love and Thunder yet, so I will not comment upon its quality, nor its storytelling, nor anything else. The only thing I could talk about is pretty much people's reactions, right? Which kind of sucks and stupid. But the thing that's actually really important is that a lot of Marvel VFX artists have come out recently. And you all know me. I am the DC guy, right? There's nothing more that I would like to see than DC succeed in a cinematic universe, right? No. Daddy Zacky Snidey.
Daddy.
No. Excuse me.
What other directors do you know named Zach? Zack Snyder? That's me.
But I'm also not one of those people that's like, it's not that I should only succeed, but that others should fail. As much as I would love to be that in a fictional world, because that's just fun and deliciously evil. But no, it does feel bad, honestly, seeing like so much kind of hatred towards this newest film. And the one thing that I really kind of only say is like, okay, people's opinions wax and wane, right? Some people who love DC hate Zack Snyder. Some people who love DC hated the Batman.
I loved it all,
right? And you're like, I don't know what to say, right? And you're like, whatever. But with the MCU, with Thor, so Phase 4 has come out. It started out with No Way Home. Oh no, with Far From Home. That was the beginning of that was the end of Phase 3. And then after that, so we had Black Widow, we had WandaVision, we had all these projects, 10 projects in a matter of 2 years. It's a lot of stuff. It's 56 hours worth of television and film.
Just Phase 4.
It's Phase 4.
Oh,
which
my goodness.
I want to say this. A lot of people are saying the words, and I hate when it comes down to this. Is just the idea, and I know like we're on a Twitch, we're on a podcast. The idea of content creation is a thing. But calling Marvel Cinematic Universe just content is exactly why you're getting the kind of backlash from all this VFX.
I also want to just say, to Josh's point, we're only halfway done with Phase 4.
Yeah, whatever.
At this point.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Where like they are punching out as much stuff as possible. 4 shows a year, 3 movies a year. It's a lot, and it's the same VFX houses and teams, and like I could only imagine the same crunch that you guys are all aware of that happens in the video game industry is happening with the film industry, and even much so to a point where we're all working remotely. And so VFX artists are working remotely. It's harder. You don't have the same resources and assets that you're available to have in a studio environment. And it's just the reason why I bring this up is just because like there is this rise in a lot of people being like, remember how Infinity War looked like? Remember how Thanos looks so good? And then we see the She-Hulk trailer, and you're like, this was also the trailer of Thanos. This is the trailer of She-Hulk. You know, what is the difference? Time has gone by and we haven't gotten better. And it's obviously because of the strain. And there is, I mean, that's the unfortunate thing, disappointing thing, upsetting thing is that there are a bunch of people who would love to have worked on a Marvel movie. There's hundreds of thousands of people who still want to work on these Marvel Disney projects, but there's a lot of people who would hate to do it. There's, you know, you can read, I'll send, you know, the links on the Discord, but there are just stories of people who are saying like, I quit the film industry because of Marvel. And it's just the consumerism, capitalism, corporatism of that I hate the most out of the film industry, right? The film is the art and the industry is the business. And
I just keep thinking of that David Lynch clip.
Like,
we'll cut that down in post. The fuck is wrong with everybody? Who cares how fucking long a take is?
A lot of people do. I mean,
that's how I feel. Like I feel him in that moment. Like they're still filming it and someone's already talking about how they're going to cut it down. And he's like, where are you right now? Like,
yeah, I mean, and
filming.
that's the thing where these are films, these are TV shows, they're stories. They're supposed to be art. They're supposed to be art before they become content. They're supposed to be art before they're just like things to fill up your roster of like, hey, look at all this fucking content for the next 2 years down your gullet, you swine. Eat this shit. And you're just like, oh my God, like these are people. These are people's like loves and passions. Treat it with respect and love and give it time. And that's the main thing I would probably have to say at the end of it all. Like, what's the point of it? Is that there is an industry internal kind of leak of all these people who are coming to light about it. A lot of articles are running with it. A lot of big public. I expect to hear more in the future, more people talking about it. And that's the thing. As Steves and I, we love to shit talk each other. And we'll send each other things back and forth. I have another friend I love to do that with, and then they were sending me things about like how the crew love to work on Love and Thunder. You don't hear bad things about the production during its opening weekend. You hear about it months later. You don't hear Ray Fisher talking about how terrible it was to work with Joss Whedon until months later.
Because you got a movie to promote. You want to.
There's probably a different vibe on set than there is in post as well.
Of course. And I mean, the thing is, like, Taika Waititi is the director, but like also he's not the post-production supervisor. He's not the producer. He's not the writer of the film. You know, like, he is one. He can charge one thing. He's not in charge of everything. I mean, that's a Feige Disney story. And, you know, I'm always going to be like, again, no one goes out to try to make a bad thing. But then you can always definitely tell when someone was kind of pushed to a point where they had to make compromises. And unfortunately,
kind of like when Kenobi was supposed to be a 2-hour movie. And it was supposed to be a
and this isn't like a damnation on one particular filmmaker or artist or anything like that, but is this like idea, and I know a lot of people in our audience are feeling the same kind of like oversaturation of things where it's like there's too many things to watch, and there's, you know, my wallet didn't get bigger, it got thinner, you know, and so it's like, what am I supposed to do to catch up and keep up? And it's like, well, look at the ones that look like they kind of care and they're not just shoving things down your throat.
Everything everywhere.
It's just it's the reverse focus of like focusing on the product and not the process. Not to be set, like, not to get so like artistic and the process, but it's just like you know, there is a working on movies here and there and being involved in the process. Thankfully, I've never had to experience sans a couple of small things where it was like, no, this has to happen really quick, and it's like, cool. So I can't do this thing that I'm actually good at. You need me to rush it and all these kinds of things, but focusing on the product over the process. But also, you know, I saw Love and Thunder over the weekend, and you know, it's, it exists. It exists.
Again, I haven't seen it, and I'm not here to trash that movie or trash anything particular, but it's just like, hey, you know, like this is an unfortunate thing that has come to light in a way where it's like people who are working with things. It's like it would be the same thing as like you know, anytime like a stunt person has, you know, an accident and it kind of gets covered up real quick. It's like the same thing where it's like, if we want to, you know, talk about the industry, the things that we love, we got to talk like a Steve's about some of the not fun things, which is that right now the VFX teams worldwide are just kind of stretched super thin, and Marvel's probably the biggest offender of it because they're putting out the most things with the heaviest VFX. Which, you know, bar none is, you know, no one's competing with them in terms of like putting out as much stuff. So that's my news.
It's like it's the equivalent of U.S. history. You should teach all of it, the good and the bad things that were done, to have an actual full knowledge of the thing you love.
Critical
we love
race
movies and TV. Thank you. We love TVs and TVs. We love TV and film.
I do love TVs.
We got to talk about the good and the bad that's in there, and also the side effects when the extreme blinded fanboys who then go onto Twitter and now attack everything that Taika Waititi's ever done, when just a few months ago you loved everything he did. They're attacking Jojo Rabbit on Twitter. I'm like,
are they really?
Look again, and that's what I say. I haven't watched Love and Thunder. I've only watched
What We Do in the Shadows.
Ragnarok. I haven't watched What We Do in the Shadows. I haven't watched Hunt for the Wilder People. So I'm the furthest person to probably even give a comment upon Taika Waititi's like even film language, because it exists outside of the MCU. That being said, you know, some people like, there's a reason why Edgar Wright didn't do an Ant-Man movie, right? There's reasons for certain things, for, you know, why creatives sometimes.
Still doesn't make sense to attack anyway.
Well, because fandoms don't work.
The extreme fandoms who are with you until the second you do something they don't like, and now they turn on you and then go after everything else you've done, like the Oscar-winning freaking Jojo Rabbit, which was a fantastic movie.
It reminds me of, I don't mean to bring it back to Kenobi again, but it's like when Ewan was in his car and he was like, as far as I'm concerned, y'all aren't fans. And I was like, oh yes, thank you. Thank you.
I mean, and that
extreme fandom.
This is why, like, for me, like, I'm just very particular about, like, you know, if people like anything that I've made, if people like, you know, anything we've done on, you know, with Nerd On, I like to just call them audience members or people who listen to the stuff. Like, I'm really beginning, like, and that's the thing where it's like I'm becoming more and more
from that language,
jaded from content, fans, geekdom, and it's like being nerdy. It's like, what does that mean? It's like, to me, the best way I can keep it is just like, it's something I enjoy and I can talk about, versus like, oh, it's something I pay for and makes me happy and da-da-da. It's like, these sound like drugs. These sound like fucking drugs, and you need to get the fuck off of them, because you will get addicted and then you'll get entitled to it. And then you'll start being like, well, if it stops doing that for me, then I don't like it. Then it's like, well, hold on. You know, like, again, we always say, no one barrels through your window being like, I'm taking the original Star Wars trilogy because you ruined it. It's like, no one did that.
No,
it still
exists.
It's
Jojo
still
Rabbit
is still an Academy-winning film.
Still there.
Chill out. Like,
everybody chill.
So that's why I'm just like, you know, as much, and you guys know me, I like to get fucking heated. I like to fight for stupid reasons. But like, this is like when it gets to the point of like, this isn't funny. 2, this isn't fun. And 3, none of you guys' arguments like could like hold up a fucking, you know, bubble. And so it's like, I hate it. So
anyway, questions from the people?
Next part of the show. Questions from you, the people. If you're new to the show,
not the fans.
Not the fans, the people, the audience, our friends, our family.
It just hit me when you say the people. Dark Knight Rises turned 10 years old today. Or this week. Dark Knight Rises, 10 years old.
My back.
Wow.
2 Towers, 20 years ago.
Wow.
My knee. I wish I had that brace thingy he wore.
Wow.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
But if you're new to our show, welcome. Thanks for joining us. You can submit questions in a number of ways. All of those ways are listed on nerdon.tv/questions. My favorite way is to join the Discord, nerdon.tv/Discord. There are channels within there. And my like super ultimate favorite is to join the Nerd On Nation. You get to support us in making the content that we do, but also you get
powered by.
What?
Powered by. We were waiting for the powered by.
Powered by Patreon.
We both took deep breaths and it never came. And we're just like,
He didn't say the thing. He didn't say the thing.
He didn't do the thing.
It doesn't matter if he didn't say the thing.
It doesn't matter what it's powered by. But it is powered by Patreon, nerdon.tv/Patreon. But there are channels within the Discord server that are just for Nerd On Nation members. And you get what we call the Nerd On Nudge, where we ask your questions first. Like Mamba, shout out, asks, what piece of literature would you like turned into a live movie? It can be from comics or anime to a small stage or Broadway plays. No, Josh, you can't say My Hero Academia because the movie Sky High already covered it. I wasn't going to say that.
Kurt Blussel.
Kurt Blussel?
Yeah, Kurt Russell's in it. Don't you know?
Oh yeah, he is.
Oh.
He is. Yes.
He's the dad. He's All Might.
Yeah, no, I just was confused of.
The
I
Blussel.
got there. Kurt Blussel. I was like,
You're not wearing a bustle.
I got there.
I mess up people's names.
okay. One piece of literature made into.
We have done a extra.
Say live
on this.
action. Sorry.
Film or TV,
Into a live movie. Can be comics or anime to a stage or Broadway play if you wanted to.
But it has to be live action, not.
Correct. People,
it.
human people. You can cast them with people.
Mm.
I mean, you can cast them with animation too.
Yeah, I think we did.
or hosts.
Yeah, we did an extra on this.
I think I said the same answer I'm about to say too. But just in case, I'll throw out God Loves Man Kills just to throw it out there. In case
They did.
No.
No. For real this time?
No. They
But
definitely
Brian
took some ideas
Cox.
from it. They definitely took some ideas from it, but nope.
No.
Pinky.
So that would be my. That's in case I didn't already. If I said this already, I apologize. But that's my outlier. There's
Romulus.
a series called The Lost Years of Merlin
Ooh.
that I would love to see made into it'd be like a 3-part movie. Essentially, it's the story of Merlin. It's this kid in the countryside in ye olde times, and he is on this beach and he sees this like evil boar. Like, let's A24 this shit. This evil boar on the beach, and it starts to chase him, and he's basically sparked away to this land, and he learns that was basically the devil, and the god of this world pulled him out to save him because he has to eventually battle this evil being that takes on the form of a boar, and he learns that he's Merlin, and he has to go through these trials and do specific tasks to basically, almost like a video game, unlock the powers. And once he completes the task, it's burned into his staff, and you actually learn that he's descended from these humans that used to have wings, and would fly across the land protecting people, and he's like the last descendant of these folk. Anyway, I think it'd be really fucking cool.
They did that. The Last Merlinian.
What?
That was Sorcerer's Stone with Jay Baruchel and Nicolas Cage.
No.
That's okay.
One where he taps the car and it turns into a Porsche.
That's okay. All right, then fine. The Phantom Toll Booth.
I'm kidding.
I love Corey's. That's okay.
Yep.
Fine. Thank you for wrecking my dreams. No.
He wears the wizard shoes.
Yeah. Okay.
And then they play that One Republic song.
Next.
I couldn't tell what song Tom was singing. One Republic song.
I'm done.
You know that.
They all sound the same. One Republic. Me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. I got 3.
All those places.
You choose one
I'll go fast.
because somebody might ask it again. No, just kidding.
2 are comics, 1's a book. The 2 comics would be into TV shows. This guy, Booster Gold, introduce him into the DC universe as a series, as well as turning Hack Slash into a series, which I am currently starting to write. Tim Seeley. I am currently in the process of writing the pilot for my outlined first season idea for Hack Slash. I actually have 10 episodes planned out, all that. The Duffer Brothers Masterclass may have inspired me quite a bit because I realized they do setup and notes the way I do setup and notes. Oh my God, I'm like the Duffer. No, I'm not. I'm joking. So there's my 2 comics I want. The other
You are
is
deaf.
based. Thanks, man. The other is a story based on the non-fiction book, The People's History of the Portuguese Revolution, of how Portugal became a democracy on April 25th, 1973. 74, excuse me, 74. Basically, it was a nonviolent revolution where the military ended up actually joining sides with the people against the dictatorship. And dictatorship had no chance, and it's just a whole day of a non-violent revolution where Portugal went from monarchy, from dictatorship to democracy. And I had this idea of building a story elements that are happening within the revolution.
It's Steve's.
Yeah.
I will disavow my entire family, my name, and all my credits I ever have. If we just both get really jacked and write a fuck ton, and we just call ourselves the Buffer Bros.
Let's do it. Let's do it. We write weirder things.
I will sign my name in blood. I will give my soul to whatever exists for this to happen.
Weirder things by the Buffer Bros.
Our show, Odd Stuff.
Every character is ripped.
CW Jack,
Dwayne Johnson, Momoa.
Things that are actually kind of normal.
Yeah. Things that are actually kind of normal. They all wear the polos with the collars up and visors.
Okay.
Okay.
There's my 3.
Nice.
Josh, you're me.
I'll go. So I know in our extra episode, I said the Red Rising series by Pierce Brown. Love that series. But for the sake of change, I am going to pick a comic that I really love. Birthright by Joshua Williamson, I think it's a Skybound and Image comic. It's
by Joshua Manley.
I guess
Joshua.
Well, the funny
Sterling
thing is
Manley.
that one of the main characters looks just like Josh.
And then I want them to just, hire. No, I'm not that cool. I want to be in it. Maybe even
I don't even know
voice
the
some of
character's
creatures.
name, but you know what I'm talking about, right, Josh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, that looks like fucking Josh.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a really cool like fantasy show or comic book that I just think would be, and it's finished so that they have stuff to pull from and don't write past it. Yeah.
See, I'm writing Booster Gold thinking of myself as Booster because that's just ego. Anyway.
But that is my answer. What about you, Tom?
I'm writing about a guy who's like having to just go through an existential crisis and talk to himself, but he sees a different person because in that person that will change throughout the film because it's a different actor.
Hey Tom, it's
8:47.
You want to answer the question, or we can get to more?
Okay.
You were doing before the show.
Right here, baby. This is it. Detective noir fantasy in Brooklyn. Character with a redemption arc, obviously, all the time.
Motherfucker.
You know what his name is? His name is Big B. Big
Anthony
B Wolf. This is Fables live action coming at you on Netflix.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Starring
Love
Anthony
And starring Kurt Russell. I'm out.
Damn,
No, dude.
Damn.
Kurt Russell.
Who?
He can't tell you.
No, Steve's Bluebeard.
The anticipation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nope.
Well.
Nope. Hey, listen, technology took your rebuttal, so Tom wins. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
Next question.
Next question comes from Spencer. What is your favorite cover of a song and why?
Alien Ant Farm Smooth Criminal because it fucking bangs from front to back.
That is such a good answer. I remember when that came out and all of us in high school were like, this is so cool.
It still is.
Yeah, it still is.
I
bitches.
believe it still is.
I love that.
I mean, I guess the real answer, if you want to win this game, is
Joshua Sterling's Rainbow Connection. No, I'm just kidding.
No, Whitney
No.
Houston's "I Will Always Love You" because everyone knows that
Dolly
version,
Parton.
not Dolly Parton's.
I've had Dolly
I
Parton
win,
stuck in my head.
I mean, Dolly Parton wins everything.
Yeah.
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 But it's Alien Ant Farm Smooth Criminal.
Mine is, I really love Muse's "Feeling Good." It was originally Nina Simone. I just think I always loved the song Nina Simone's version, but when I got into Muse in like the mid 2000s, I was like, holy shit, this is awesome.
You could say you were amused.
I was
their cover.
amused.
I'm a dad now. I can do these things.
You can do. Now it's just your language.
Legally.
It's just how you
Legally.
speak. Yeah. Next person?
I'm going to try to go before Steve's so that maybe his internet can catch up. And best cover of a song is, to me, Ingrid Michaelson. Can't Help Falling in Love.
Oh, okay.
Elvis song.
Yeah.
It's on par with like Iz's Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. That's a
Good
very
one. Good one.
Steve's, are you here?
Yeah.
I'm here. Between Love Roller Coaster by Red Hot Chili Peppers and Turn the Page by Metallica. Those two I find better than the original.
Both good answers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you don't have to pick. Those are good.
Those are good answers. Those are
Those
good
are
answers. Next
I
question.
do like Sweet Dreams by Marilyn Manson, but also I know Marilyn Manson
Problems right now.
Yeah, big time.
all the
Big time.
problems.
Big time problems.
Yeah.
All right, next question.
Removed him from my playlist
I
already.
take it back. Next question
Thomas
comes.
Lorio gets it. Thomas Lorio said Smooth Criminal also.
Yeah. S-Tree42 asks, if you had to take your most favorite person to a restaurant, where would you go? And also the restaurant with your least favorite person.
I'm going to take Tom to Momofuku, but I'm not going to tell you whether he's my favorite or least favorite.
There it is. It's a little bit of both.
We can't include our wives in this, y'all. We can't include our wives in this.
You can't do that.
Oh, so easy for me. I
So
won't.
you can't include,
Won't include her.
Yeah, fair. But then you can't include Rashid.
Yeah. You guys want to go next? Josh or Steve? Or
Well, I got to do my least favorite person as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't want to do this.
I don't want to do this.
you don't have to name who they are. Just say where you're going.
My least favorite person, I would actually take them somewhere nice because then at least I'd be having good food while in their company. But maybe I'd find out like what they don't like first and then pick my favorite restaurant of that type. Like, let's say they're vegan. Let's just go get to like a barbecue spot in Austin, Texas. Something like that, That's what I would do.
Josh? Steve's? Which one?
I think, well, because we can't include our wives. Tom's already being taken out to a restaurant, so
Don't include who you're taking. Just say where you're going.
I'd probably take them to a taco shop in San Diego. Get us some
Nice.
California burrito or carne asada fries. Like,
Speaking of which, I am gonna be in San Diego for a day because Dana's on the Carcerum panel at Comic-Con. So I need a recommendation for a good spot.
I mean, there's a place.
Can't you guys meet up?
What?
Josh, are you going for Famish or no?
No. That's not a long story. It's a short story, but it's a boring story. No, I won't be down there. But a suggestion that I would give is in Santee, there's a place called Cotijas. I'll text it to you.
Okay. Yeah,
we're
driving, so I'll have a car. I can go around.
Yeah, it is so delicious and probably why I gained a bunch of weight in college. But their California burrito is so good. Their rolled tacos. I mean, there's like avocado and sour cream and lettuce and cheese stacked on top, so you're not sure if there are rolled tacos in there, but they are, and they're crispy AF. It's so good. It's so good. No. Where would I take my least favorite person? I won't. No. I won't be in the same room. No.
Play the long con. Give him a lifetime supply of death cheese. Eventually, just getting their cholesterol through the roof,
Damn.
and then they die.
Their blood gets replaced by cheese.
Just cheesy blood. Oh man. Yeah, I mean, Corey's idea is way too good. Just find out what their favorite is, and their least favorites, and then go to the least favorite. But talk about like you're going to their favorite.
Yeah.
Steve's?
Build up expectation.
Favorite, I will take them to La Picosita, the best taco truck in Lodi, which has been a staple since high school. Amazing food there. It's fantastic. And then take Isaac to the Wendy's dumpster.
First names only.
Ow. To the
I'm gonna say his
first nice guy to me when I worked with you, to the guy that I'm like, man, if he got hit by a bus, I would help hide the body.
I think
anyway,
I
so
understand. I think I understand.
Jack Nicholson, fucking rat. That's what you say.
Fucking rat. So favorite
Hope he
place,
watches.
I'm going to take my favorite person is probably going to be a ramen spot. You know why? Because my favorite person is going to have good taste, and they're going to like where I'm going to go. So, fucking a really good ramen spot. I don't know, but like we're going to have really good ramen.
Nice.
And then the least favorite person, I'm going to take him to either 3 places. We're going to go to Leatherby's, which is a creamery, and I'm only going to give them the 5-gallon challenge, because then they could just going to throw up or shit themselves.
Or both.
I'm going to take them to Taco Bell.
They're going to go is Fat Sal's, and I'm only going to order the giant, like, 20-foot long sandwich, and they have to finish that. And then third is Howlin' Ray's, and I'm only going to make sure they get the hottest fucking sandwich.
The one where they have to have you verbally agree.
Yes.
Yes.
So to me, I'm like, you're going
I'll
to
never forget that. Tom didn't even do the
hot.
hottest one. He did like the second or third hottest one.
Yeah.
And they like looked up. They were like, okay, look. And I was like, oh shit. They stopped everything they were doing. They said, okay. And was like, have you had this? Have you had that? And Tom went, yeah, I had a YouTube channel. And they went, okay. They gave it to him.
They went, oh, honey. Okay, let's do it.
And I went up. I was like, I have not had a YouTube channel. What do I do?
No, they were like, this man has no God.
Yeah.
Just give it to him.
This guy is ready to find out.
And
The answer's no
it
one.
hurt Tom for a whole 2 days afterwards.
Oh, dude, it took me 3 days to eat this sandwich. I ate 3 bites every day. And
He was at work, keeled over on one of the desks one day. He was like, I can't do it. That's fucking sandwich did something.
It hurts. So it was like knives rotating in your stomach.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Wow.
Next question.
That is the questions that are like pre-selected, pre-sent in. Tom has the archive, so to speak.
Okay. I'm going to first ask this boom boom one because I know Corey likes
Boom,
some
boom.
mutant questions. This comes from Bad Reprint. In your opinion, what qualifies as someone as a mutant kind like X-Men? I was born without 3 adult teeth. My baby teeth are just the right size in those spots. Do I qualify for Magneto's army?
Ooh, I like that.
Well, what can you do with
technically,
those?
you're a mutant. Yeah. It's,
I mean,
like Dana wasn't born with any wisdom teeth, which is like happening more and more now with the human race. Is there's more and more kids born without wisdom teeth because we keep pulling
without
them out.
vestigial teeth.
Yeah, we just keep pulling them out, so the bodies are like, well, then fuck you. I'm not gonna make them. I'm gonna pass that along.
But I made this thing.
I made it for you, and you threw it away. So, I mean, here's the thing. There's 2 questions in that one question. What qualifies a mutant, and am I enough for the Dumbledore's army, essentially? And I think that's 2 different qualifying questions, right?
I think Magneto would be, in his mind, be like, you pointless child. But also, you will serve well to be in the state senate, sir. We will make sure you go into senate.
The question, they said Magneto?
Magneto's army.
Oh, well then no.
I mean, Magneto would act like Pete Holmes Xavier. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, like Xavier would welcome you in and be like, look, it is what it is. This is a home for
I don't know. I
He
think
might take a moment and be like,
I think Magneto is going to be like, a brother for the cause, but we need you somewhere
Cannon
else, not on the
fodder.
front
Yeah.
lines.
Like Xavier made
Let the pawns go
haven
first.
for all mutants. All
Yeah,
mutants.
and I mean, to me, I think Magnus
Mhm.
is going to be like, oh, even if you weren't a mutant, you'd be. He's like, oh, someone for the cause. And you're like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
No, even if you weren't a mutant, I don't think so. I think he's
What if-
I
pretty,
think he
he's
would.
pretty
I think he
strong on
would
that
understand
stance.
warfare smart enough. Be
He's
like, we
pretty
need allies
strong on the
everywhere.
stance of we don't trust humans.
quick lore check because I
That's
don't
like
know.
the whole thing. Yeah.
For in X-Men, that you could take a blood test and be like, oh yeah, you have this gene. Yeah. Is that
No.
no?
I think it has to manifest itself within you. Like
Oh,
you
okay.
won't see it in your blood until like it activates.
Till it-
Oh, okay.
That's my understanding.
Because I was
And
like,
those are
so
during times of extreme stress.
So recently I found out, I always thought that this was such a weird thing, but your baby toe, like my toenail on my baby toe is just like this tiny thing. It's like this, call it a baby toe nub. Apparently that's a regular thing and a lot of people on the internet have it. And I was like, well, I'm not a mutant anymore. So I can't be in the
Yeah,
army.
mutant.
I can't be in
No.
the army. I'm just like a
No.
guy. Just a regular guy.
Guy.
Just a
Regular
guy.
guy.
Just a guy with
Just
a
a
toe.
guy.
Just a guy with a weird
Um,
looking toe.
That's it.
I have spider toes.
But yeah,
That's your
I
movie.
think Brad,
Guy with
you
regular toe.
are like a My Hero Academia level mutant, where it's like I could make my nails grow fast.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you want to be in the army. You just might be part of the Brotherhood. But, that's just that's me. That's
Yeah, I mean, also it's up to you. Do you want to be the guy with no baby teeth fighting like Wolverine?
Yeah.
when his
Or-
claws
that's-
are made out of tubes.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like that's you're putting your
You might wanna
capability
stay
against,
home.
like a guy who opens dimension
All out.
holes and shoots lasers from other dimensions out of his eyes, and you've got no baby teeth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's the
or
Yeah,
or like a legit
Even
blue
fight.
demon
Even fight.
who farts into a demon dimension and
That's-
then pops
goes
you up
through-
somewhere
yeah.
else on
I
Earth.
think
Yeah.
that's what Xavier would be like. He'd be like, you know,
You're welcome.
you're welcome, but I would be remiss if I didn't tell you
Some of the
things.
what we're up against.
I mean, so
Yeah.
Would be remiss.
Yeah, I feel like I would be doing you and frankly myself a disservice if I didn't explain that one of the guys on the other side.
How do you feel about
controls the weather
lasers?
with emotion.
How do you feel about
next question?
magnets?
Yeah.
Next question.
Next question. Okay, let's do MX Raf. I got it. A question. In a different universe, you have to be either a dog or a cat. What kind of dog or cat are you?
Dog, husky. Easy. Next.
Damn.
They're just super smart.
Yeah.
They're pretty independent. They can do a lot of things that other dogs can't figure out how to do.
I would be a border collie
Luna.
on a farm. Oh, but Luna has a good life though, man.
I was gonna say I just thought of Luna. I was like, Luna might be my actual answer.
She misses you. I don't know
I-
for sure, but I'm
I
sure
miss
she
her.
does.
Yeah.
No, like a
Aw.
border collie on a farm, like, you know, like where a border collie should be. Like, man, so much fun. You got a job. Life is good. And they're really smart. They're stupid smart. Stupid
Yeah.
smart.
Steve's?
Rottweiler dog.
That was my second answer. That was my second. It was so close. I love Rottweilers. In fact, I'm trying to convince my wife right now to let us get a Rottweiler, and it's not going well.
It's
Love
it's
them. I
not
love them.
going well.
I
A goldfish.
know, man.
Cat. Tom's gonna be a cat.
don't know what I'd be. I don't even own one of these things.
Tom's
Sphinx.
a cat. Tom's a cat.
Tom's a cat,
And
yeah.
here's,
It's a
here's
sphinx.
why.
Sphinx.
Dogs need too much from other people, and you don't.
Tom tells you to fuck
You
off.
enjoy it when it's but like you're like also like too much. Not-
Enough. Enough.
Enough. I need to go do my own shit for a little while.
Yeah. I'm gonna go.
I
lick
will
my
eat your
balls.
body if you die.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a bath real quick.
My cat. My cat's
okay,
like, do you
I'll be a
have to
cat,
touch
whatever.
me when you pet me? Do you
Also,
have to?
everyone in the chat says I'm a cat anyway. So
Yeah, because like
yeah.
cats are super affectionate when they feel like it, but also could be like if I'm like, hey, I can't right now, they're like, all right,
Fine.
respect.
Fine.
I'll come check in later. I'll come
With my
knock some shit
claws.
off your desk, but I'll check in
Yeah.
later.
And
Yeah.
stare at you.
You won't forget me.
One last question.
Yeah.
One more.
One last one is going to be from Thomas Rio. What villain do you relate to?
Ooh.
Magneto.
Villain doesn't have to be comic. You could just could be TV, could be anime, could be what villain.
What villain do I relate to? Oh my god.
I mean, it's Magneto, right?
Out of silence. I mean, everybody's answer is Magneto, right?
It's Magneto. It's one of the villains that, on paper, you're like, yeah,
Got a point.
yeah. He's got a great point.
got a
He
great
was
point.
saying the thing we all thought. Like we would, I'd never say it, but he said it, and I kind of feel it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't wish death on anyone, but he said it, and I'm not gonna argue with him.
With the man who survived Auschwitz.
Yeah. Like, he's the guy I'd be like, yeah, all right, you convinced me. I'm in. Let's do this.
If anyone's got a great reason to hate humanity, Magneto. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll tell you right now, if Magneto was around, a lot of people wouldn't be like, the Holocaust was fake. It's like,
Was it?
You see that guy?
Was it?
You see
And then
that guy?
just
Your glasses getting a little tight.
go.
you have fillings in your teeth.
Ooh, I never thought of that. Ooh.
Okay, I've gotten 3 of those. What are those called? The CT scans. And every time I've gone in, I don't have gold fillings, but they ask me that question, and I go, no, and then they leave, and I go, but what if I do? Maybe I forgot.
You might.
And I'm in there, and it turns on, and I'm ready for my teeth to come out, and then it doesn't happen. I'm like,
Or, Magneto just goes to all the married men in the world, just be like, remember how Jimmy Fallon got degloved?
you just made me take my ring off. Because it freaked me out.
Before I jump on the Magneto bandwagon, when you watch Westworld?
I've seen the first
I haven't
season.
kept up. Yeah.
First season, yeah.
Okay. Dolores was Rachel Evan Wood's character. They kind of have her villain like it's her purpose is not too different from Magneto. And it turns out at one point maybe she's not. You know what? Either her or Magneto.
So I'll be real with you.
Magneto.
Magneto is the only thing that got through all that.
No, we heard
Cool. Okay.
Evan Rachel Wood,
Yeah.
a lot of static, and then
Yes.
either her or Magneto. Evan Rachel Wood's
Yeah, that's
character
it. That's
from
what I said.
Westworld is what we
Yeah.
heard.
Yeah.
And then they said they kind of have a thing, either her or
And then
Magneto.
Magneto. Yeah.
Yeah, I should have known when everyone started looking down while I was talking.
I heard I gotta go pay the
The Man in
electric bill.
Black? Is that what you're saying?
That's Ed Harris.
No,
Yeah.
I'm done.
Okay. No, your internet's done. You're fine.
I'm
Again,
done.
you're
No, I'm
fine.
done.
Your
Move
internet's
along.
okay, so for me, I'm a pick
I already said
Castlevania's
Magneto.
Dracula.
All right. Respect.
That dude was just chilling. He was
Okay.
just having a life, and then all of a sudden, and Maria was around there, and then he's like, "I'm gonna
Whoa.
marry this human woman," and then the townspeople are
Whoa.
like, "Nah, we gotta kill her, burn her to the stake," and he's like, "Fuck me, all y'all die. All you do this to me.
Fuck me.
Do you understand?
Fuck you.
I am literally evil incarnate," and you're like,
What's your name? Fuck you, Tony.
"Are you, what?" I'm gonna end your entire.
Don't you bring my mother in this.
I'm gonna
Fuck
end
me.
your entire family line
Yeah.
now. It's like you will be erased from existence. Like that.
And then
that-
his
Dracula-
son is like, hold up.
his son's like, "But I loved my mother, and she would hate this." And he's like, "But it's these men who did this." And
Also, I named you my name backwards.
then,
I
I give you your life. But yeah, that's it.
That'd
That's
be
it.
like if I named my daughter Yorick.
I
Should
don't.
be a Klingon.
Yorick.
I honestly don't know. I think I have homework. Like I don't know who I I mean, my easy answer would be like, yeah, Magneto, but everybody said that. I like
The
him.
Jesus-
but-
I mean, I could understand Zod. I relate to Zod, and it's like, hey man,
You're welcome.
Kryptonians were just
I
like,
mean,
hey, man.
even Thanos is a little like, oh, all right, okay.
No, but that's also, but he's also a little like fucking like nearsighted, because it's like motherfucker, double the fucking resources, nitwit.
Yeah. There were a lot of
Right.
other options. To Thanos.
Well, how about this? Not double the fucking resource, quadruple it. You could do whatever the fuck you want.
I'm still laughing at Drac like saying, "Fuck me,
Fuck me?
fuck me."
You what? What? you did you thought you
That
could walk
one,
away?
the
What?
one guy from I Am Legend who wasn't actually a zombie, and it turns out Will Smith was a bad guy.
Yeah.
You mean the original ending in the book?
You know,
Yeah.
Mega Man.
When
Yeah.
it's just the next evolution of humanity that they didn't go
Yeah.
with.
Yeah.
It's exactly what Magneto's talking about. It's like the older, the
Mhm.
unevolved will always fight. But
Mhm.
Homo superior.
Maybe the name
Mhm.
was a bit abrasive.
Homo
So
superior?
superior, you're like, oh,
Okay, easy. I get it.
Tyrannosaurus Rex,
Aw.
King Lizard.
yeah. We
There
did
are
that,
such
though. We did that.
scientifically.
He didn't know. He didn't know.
He thought his name was Bill.
Yeah, William the Lizard. That's my name. And we went T-Rex, and he went, I don't want that kind of power.
He's like, I want no trouble.
Yeah.
I don't want no
Want no
trouble.
Want to travel.
Wow.
Now I want Jackie Chan to voice a T-Rex and pass it as T-Rex. All the other dinosaurs try to fight him, and he just wins. And he's like, I don't want.
He yells
Oh.
You
Carter.
gotta watch Primal, bro.
He
You
just
gotta
yells
watch
Carter
Primal.
all the time.
No, I have to watch.
The
What's
boys.
the one? No, the one
Stranger
you've been
Things.
trying to get
Yes.
me to watch with him and Jet Li.
Oh, Forbidden Kingdom.
Yeah, gotta watch.
that
Forbidden
streaming?
Kingdom.
It's on YouTube for free.
All right,
Forbidden Kingdom. Okay.
I'll watch it. I'll watch it this week, Tom.
Yes.
I recently started watching Fargo on
Show?
Hulu.
The series?
and
Show,
the
yeah.
series, and it's one of those shows that you walk away going, "Where have I been?" It's so good. It's so good. It's
FX makes good shows, man.
just
FX
it's
is
so
like
good. The
Mayans.
writing, the
AMC,
design,
FX,
the editing,
cable shows.
the music. Oh my gosh! Wow,
Mhm.
wow!
Mhm.
I'm on season
Mhm.
2, and I'm like, it's
Mhm.
they went. You like the style? Ugh, more.
Take that one. How about this?
Yeah. So that's the update. Everybody at home, thank you so much for
Hey.
watching, for joining us. Y'all are awesome. If you're new, welcome again. Welcome. We are here every Monday night at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Tom is pretty much always here Thursday. Thirsty Thursdays with Tom.
Drop your pants or drop your bits.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Tom was here all week last week.
Yeah. Yeah, he was. I was here Saturday. I am here
Fucking
Saturday
content.
mornings. Saturday mornings. That is my new stream time.
oh, do you have the Saturday morning cartoon stuff and everything? And the cereal? Did you have cereal?
No, I didn't have cereal.
Oh.
I don't.
Saturday
I
mornings
don't
is when
eat-
my dad and I used to watch Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
Nice.
It was the best.
Mine was Jack.
But yeah, all the business that I've talked about through the show, do check out our website, nerdon.tv. Do check out our Patreon. That seriously does help us to continue doing what we're doing and to do it better and to do it more. So check out nerdon.tv /Patreon and check out our Discord, nerdon.tv /Discord. But that's all the business. Now we are in the post show.
Post show.
Brad here. You cut. Brad
I
cut.
made it.
Post show.
We did it. We did the thing.
We did the thing.
Barely. Steve's, your
They
internet
stumbled
is
and bubbled.
hanging by the same thread as
You know
all
what's
those
funny?
VFX artists
You know
are
what's-
hanging on.
I know. You know what's funny though? My wife, I texted her asking how it is for her, and Wi-Fi is doing great right now. No problem. Hilarious.
good.
Hilarious.
Well, it's because they're pulling all the bandwidth.
Emotional damage.
You
It's
realize
just
all your
her.
kids have their own devices and are watching 5 different Disney Plus shows right now?
5?
No, they're asleep.
Lies.
Nice.
They've lied to you already. They are masters
heard
of
them go to
deception.
bed.
Nope.
They don't have like tricks.
You are uninitiated.
They're Peter and
masters.
Harley.
Steve,
is
when
what
do
they
I
are.
get to
know.
stop using a baby monitor? Because I'm over it.
Oh, he laughed.
When did we stop? I think 2 or 3.
All right. So we're gonna have another one for 4 more years. Very cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you down, man.
Yeah. The best programming on TV.
I like that I
Wait,
got
that-
an
is that-
iPad.
You're going?
We're gonna have another one eventually.
Did you just say?
Yeah. We want 2
Oh,
eventually.
okay. All right. I thought you just.
He's not
Suddenly
low
just
key
said,
making
no,
an announcement right now.
Timing-wise, I said 4 years. 4 years meaning like when she's 2-ish, we're probably gonna go for another. But I got an iPad for like the first time ever in my life, and a month later, my baby was born, and now it's the monitor, so I don't have an iPad anymore.
What iPad? No, just kidding.
It's been very cool. It's like I could read comics on this, or I could just have it on a screen all day to watch a baby.
Split screen, baby.
That's great.
So we got a big iPad for them to do like ABC Mouse on and everything. And then with this school year, they got their own laptops. So now they have those laptops. Daddy now uses that iPad for comics because my little iPad mini has finally it won't do anything anymore. It barely opens comics.
Who uses that laptop now?
They have school laptops that they can now
Daddy.
We let them use. Yeah. They're not on it now. They don't take it to bed.
I'm just saying.
They're given 20 minutes, and then we turn them off, and they leave them in the living room.
I talk about Daddy Zachy Snidey, and we have Decky Anthony Stevesy.
Daddy AZ.
Before I come on with you guys, I put my phone on data. Yeah, before I come, I put my phone on data. I put the iPad on data. I make sure the Wi-Fi's off. No one else is on it except for my wife watching TV, which has never been the problem before when I was hardwired.
I do.
Now it's a problem.
Everything that I'm supposed to.
I did everything I'm
Is
supposed
that
to
Apple
do.
Watch you're using? Is that taking up some of the connectivity?
No.
Do we have a sanity bar that we can put on screen?
That's why I'm always here at 7:45. I go through a process to make sure I'm doing the best possibility I can. And Xfinity takes my money, and this is what they do to me on special recording days.
You were here at like 7:51.
Yes, because I was sitting there staring at the which one was the mic. Remember, I was doing this for a while. They're both Logitech. Which one is the Logitech?
But the microphone is not Logitech.
Brad,
it's by Odyssey.
You're right.
Our partners in crime, Odyssey. Check them out. The Mobius.
Oh yeah.
The
The Mobius and the Penrose. And you can use a code NERDON. I think that is that is the code.
Week.
Yeah.
Well, guys.
Well,
I had streaming in here, had Wi-Fi, all this shit.
Well,
I got to get going to another dimension.
well, everybody, you know what that means.
It's an
We
isekai,
are
y'all.
out.
I'll find someone we can
it's only one
raid.
E. It's only one E. Odyssey, I think it's that. Yeah.
Great.
Everybody at home, thank you so much for watching. Do we have somebody that
Still goddamn pausing. And just
Yeah,
we wanna raid?
we'll
chopping
do
up the
that.
whole time is what I'm-
Hey,
just-
swing point.
Just
Edward
chopping
Bosco?
up like crazy.
Swing
Thank you,
point.
everyone, for swinging
Jesus
by.
Christ,
We had such a
just
great
chopped
turnout
up.
tonight. Thank you. Take
Yes.
care of yourselves.
Video
Hope you're doing
just
well.
keeps
It is hot out
chopping
there.
up.
The Steves is just mumbling to
doing
the
great.
world, to his Disney gods.
I'm pissed off. I'm just upset at my camera. And
Wow. I feel like
It's okay.
everybody, take care of yourselves.
Have better internet than the Steves.
Have better internet than the Sieves. That's all we wish upon
sure, I'll
you.
work on that.
You guys know
but-
the drill. I'm so
Right
excited.
on that. Yeah.
You know the drill. As always, nerd on.
Nerd on.